Sagittarius, you must be out of your goddamn mind, is what I'm hearing for a lot of you. You must be crazy. What, you think I'm going to do that? What, really? Why on earth would you think that I'm going to do that or say that? Or why did you think that I said that? I'm picking up on like a huge 7 of cups, if I'm honest. You could be dealing with a Cancerian or a 7. But like, man, y'all must be crazy if you think I'm going to do that. What, that price? Really? What, you think I'm going to take that job on at that price? Or Rob, or Robert, or Robin? But like, what, you think I'm going to do that? What? Like, this doesn't make any sense. You could be dealing with a Libra or a number 2 somewhere. But like, man, I have to do this. Sorry, every time. Numerology. There's loads of videos that explain numerology below, Sagittarius. You can add your life path number up, their life path number, and come up with a number and see what you come up with. Okay, so if that number is a major arcana card, look for that tarot reading, okay? Because that would be your karmic number and someone that you're like north and south that you're really not getting on with. But it's like, listen, Paul, or listen, North. Listen, I don't know what you're on about. Like, are we going north or south or west or east or something like that? Or Westy, the name West, or John West. But like, listen, John, Jaylee, Juice and Justin, Jasmine, really? What do you think? We're going to go north or east or west, or are we going on a holiday? What are we doing? Are we going or are we not going? And it's like, well, I would kind of like to go north. And you're like, you must be goddamn crazy if you think that I'm going that far. You think that I would go that far for you? You think that I would do that for you, number 2? Really? So you could be dealing with like a number 2, but that could be like a life path number 2 also for a lot of you. But like, really, what, you think I'm going to travel that far? I'm sorry, but I ain't going to go that far. And you're like, well, where do you want to go then? Well, I'd kind of like to go east. And it's kind of like this signpost that's like, which way are you going? And you're like, well, he went that way. And you're like, which way? It's like, no, listen, officer, honestly, officer or gentleman, Richard, or Gia, or Rachel, or Richard. But like, anybody beginning with R? But like, no, honestly, like, he ran that way. So you could be dealing with a 7 or a Cancer, and it's like, no, he ran that way. It's like, no, he went that way. And it's like, fucking, bruv, which way did he go? Did he go left or did he go right? Or did? Or like, did he? Did. Some of you could be dealing with a traveller, because we call them gypsies over here, but sort of like, I'm hearing did. So like, did he or did he not? Love me or love me not? You could be dealing with a afraid not, could be a Piscean somewhere. And it's kind of like somebody comes up to somebody and confuses them, and you're like, what? What? Now, what have I done now? They're like, oh no, you done this, didn't you? Like, no, bro, I didn't do that. And you're like, yes, you did. You said this, and you're like, no, bro, I fucking didn't say that. And you're like, man, y'all got to be dealing with a narc somewhere. So serious. But doesn't everybody deal with somebody like this? But I'm hearing this very confused moment of like, did you say that, or did you not just say Justin, Julian, Justin, Jason? Did he really just say my name? Probably. But like, this, he did say that, right? And you're like, I don't know. Did he say that or did he not? Like, did he or did he not? Like this gobsmacking moment for a lot of you. Like, I don't know if he did say that we can or whether we can't. Did he say that we can or can't? Did Daddy say that we can go? Did Dad say that we can't go? Did like some of you, like, you're fighting over children or children involved in like something here, or Stephen, or another Stephen. Popular belief. There's kind of a lot of Stephens out there for a lot of people, but some people have been saying, yeah, this Stephen I've been dealing with is a narc. Well, you know, good name, great name, but probably a bit of a prick. But like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's kind of like this. Well, I don't. It's like, hold on a minute, just one sharp prick. Some of you might be going to a hospital, or you work at a hospital or something like that, Sagittarius. I think we go over that quite a few times with a lot of you, Sagittarius. Like a small prick. So, like I said, you might be having the jab or something, or Abigail Abbott, but like having a small jab, and it's like, look, it's only going to be a small prick, it ain't going to be long, and it's like, is that all I've got, just a small prick? So, I don't know. Or the name Dick, which would be Richard. Like, so Richard, short for Richard is Dick. Okay, so somebody like that or something, or I don't know. Anyway, Sagittarius. So the main messages here, I think, for your week is this, like, planning an event going somewhere, and the moment you make up your mind, the person changes it and adds something else in. Or like, you might just be browsing and you're like, well, how about here? And they're like, yeah, that's a possibility. You could be dealing with someone like me, like a Gemini moon, right? Or a Gemini. Anyway. And you're like, you know what? How about there? And you're like, yeah, we can do that. And you're like, okay, how about this one? Yeah. Some of you are going through a book, a travelling book, or a what is it? Like, you want to buy something, and you're like, okay, madam, what would you? And you're like, say if you're having a carpet fitted or something like that, or someone comes in with like a book of colours or numbers, like me, but like a book of numbers or a book of colours and stuff like that, and you're like, yeah, well, I'd kind of like turquoise or green. And they're like, well, okay, well, let's go through the book then and let's see what we've got. Like, you're picking out things from a book, a club book or a physical book itself, or you're taking bookings. Like, you're physically taking bookings in and you're saying, well, look, I can fit you in on a Wednesday, on a Tuesday and a Thursday. Can't make Friday or Saturday, but we can do it on this day, that day, blah, blah, blah. Like a file of facts, but like events coming up. The name Evie, Devi, Stevie, Evie, Devi, Stevie. Okay, but like we could do this on this day and that on that day. We could go here and there. But some of you might be looking at a book where it's kind of like if you was painting by numbers. Some of you paint by numbers, which is quite good actually. I was thinking about doing something like that myself. But like painting by numbers. Or like you're looking for a number to a paint. Like you've got a paint and it comes up as like, I forget what this is now, but like it's a blood red. But like each paint has a number. So it might be like, you know what, we want some turquoise, but what number is that so we can mix it together? And like someone's jumbling numbers up or mixing numbers. That might be someone like me. But like jumbling numbers and words up and stuff like that. Or you're looking for a club book and you're like, say like here we have a place called Argos, right? Argos. And in Argos you can walk in there and it's just a full book. Like you can't look at the stuff. And you go in and there's a book. Okay, and it'll have, okay, it's a, oh, fuck, I don't know, buy something that you're buying, and like, it'll have a number on it, okay, and then you put the number in on their little computer thing that they've got there, and they're all sectioned between little partitions. Some of you are actually physically giving people jabs, and you work for the NHS, like my sister, Sagittarius. But like you go into Argos and you order it and you put a number down and then you have to like type it in and it says yes there's 4 available, blah blah blah, and then you write that number in and you take it to the department and you go, okay, that's what you want. They do that and then they say, right, it'll be down on the chute in like 5 or 10 minutes. Something like that, like these numbers, like adding them together, because it could be me. Like I said, I know a lot of people that have got Sagittarius placements, so someone like me, right? But like putting numbers together and figuring them out and like, okay, I want that, this and blah blah blah. So like painting by numbers or something. Okay, so what else have you got, Sagittarius? But like I said, your first message was like, you must be goddamn crazy. Really? What, you think I'm going to do that? Do you really think that I would say that? Do you think that I would do that? Why on earth would you make me think that I would do that for you at this price? Because it can be like someone like a carpenter or something, right? And they come in and they say, okay, we want a new kitchen, we want a new toilet, and we want this, and you know, we want like the whole works doing around the house. And then someone comes in, like a carpenter or a plumber or something like that, and they come in, so a workman basically. I mean, you could be a guy watching and you're a workman, but I'm hearing, you must be crazy if you think I'm going to pay that. Now, normally, when you'll get people like that, they come in and they give you a book full of things that you can buy, like, okay, well, there's a new toilet, but it's a fancy one, and it actually lifts and it actually washes your ass. Okay, and it does all of this, and it's got like lights around the toilet and God knows what else, and it speaks to you and says, hello, madam, would you like a number 1 or a number 2 today? And you're like, oh, I think toilet, I'll have a number 2. And then people pay like 15 grand for a toilet, right? So they're kind of like, man, and they're like, so what would you like? And they pick all these things out, and then the workman says, okay, that's going to be 98,458 quid, and you're like, fuck, bruv, there's no way I'm paying that. So like an extortionate amount of something that by the time it's all added up, you're like, man, hold on a minute, this one's fixing, that one's fixing, this one's fixing, that one's doing as well, this one's doing and that one's doing. So this is going to an amount up to quite a lot if we want. Because it might be where you're shopping for a specific something, but I'm picking up that these things want putting together, like a flat pack or something that you buy, but it doesn't come in one bit. It comes in like 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 pieces. So it could be something around a Piscean. That might be the deluge that I'm thinking of buying. Apparently when they ship it, they do not ship it with a battery. You have to wait for the battery to come at a later date. So something like that, like we can give you this, but we can't give you the other part. We can give you the conclusion here, but we can't give you the other part to it. So that might be where people are moaning the fact that the other bit goes to Patreon. But like, like, do you know, like that, like you get the first bit, but you don't get the second bit, or you buy a load of things, but you get all of the parts apart from a few of them, and you're like, hold on a minute, if I want to buy this, that's quite a few parts that all need to come. and that adds up to being quite a few pieces, right? So say like if you was, I don't know, you was on a house, for instance, and you was buying the guttering, like the where the water flows. Okay, you really could be dealing with a water sign, a shark. I ain't got it on, shark bait, but like a shark, right? So that could be a number 3, life path number 3, healing year number 3, or a Piscean, but definitely picking up the energy of 3. Okay, so so you can watch a Piscean reading as that 3, but like, because it would be 12 if you don't know, but that's probably where I'm confusing a load of people. But like, say if you was having something done around the house and you was buying slabs, for instance, right, and you wanted like a load of stones, cobblestones and stuff, putting all outside, right? You can't just buy one. You've got to like rip them all up and then like, okay, well, we're gonna need to do the front and the back house. We're gonna need like 15 or 20 or 50 like slabs there, and then we're going to want 50 at the back, because if we're doing the front, we're going to do the back as well. So by the time you get like 50 there and 50 there, that's 100 slabs that you want, and you're like, man, that's quite a lot. Like, that's going to, you know, I might have to save up a little bit first before we go and like make a decision that we want all of that. But the strange thing is that your first reading and your first message that started this chain of me channeling for you was, y'all must be crazy if you think I'm going to do that at that price. So it feels like that somebody is asking someone to lower their prices. Okay, like, so I don't know, you might even work at a checkout centre and they say, look, can you lower your prices a little bit? Or like, look, you know, if you give me all of this work, we'll do it for you, but I don't want to pay that. Like, I'll pay you this amount, but there's no way I'm going to pay all of that money. That's a fucking lot of money, so I don't really want to pay that. And it's like that / moment of selling something, and you're like, look, it's all going, it's on offer, and it was £500, but we've now cut off 100, and you can buy it now. But that's consuming and selling and buying stuff. That's normally a tactic that anybody that sells things would normally say, look, you know, it's going at this price, but it's going to be slashed. I mean, I actually did that, but mine was genuine. Okay, very genuine. I sold something a little while ago, and on here you have like Facebook selling pages and stuff like that, right? So like, I sold something, but I was kind of like selling it for quite a while, and I wanted the given price of what I more likely paid for it. So it wasn't, and it was on there for ages, and it just wasn't selling. So I had to do that, which was like, this is going very quickly, blah, blah, blah. Slashed it by quite a bit because I knew that I had some money to put towards it. I didn't use the piece of equipment anymore, and that basically I wanted to sell it. So like trading, if you like. But I had so many messages of people like, man, I want that, is it still for sale, or the name Sal, or Sally, or Sal's channel. But like, you know, like, I had loads of customers that were all asking me to buy it, but then I had quite a few people that were extremely paranoid, okay? Really paranoid, saying, how come it's at this price? Why is it at this price? Why is it so cheap when I can't get one as cheap as that before? And it might be something that you're buying, like on eBay or something, and something pops up and you think, man, that is cheap. Why is that so cheap, right? Is that like, because I'm picking up like this very paranoid energy of like, man, I ain't going to buy that for that price. It's either 1, extremely expensive, or 2, that's too much of a good deal. Like, that's too much of a good thing. Like, why would this very good thing, like myself and my Patron being very cheap, but like, why would it be so cheap? Well, I mean, I'm a fair person. If this is anything to do with me, it's to do with my Patron. What a lot of people, you may or may not know, is that you get Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter at North Node, and your partner or anybody that you know that you want to know about, okay? But then you also get your numerology, which is where your star sign adds up. So it means like, as you're a Sagittarius, this could come up as a person that's also Taurus, because it's 5, okay? So you can watch Taurus readings. So if you're on Patreon, you also can watch a 5, which would be a life path 5 or a Taurus. But because I don't do life path readings anymore, some people are saying, Steve, I missed the life path reading. I still do them, but I've just figured out another way of why tarot works the way it does, right? It's because I figured it out and thought, right, okay, this is really making a fucking lot of sense to me. It might not to others, but like I said, as Sagittarius, you can also watch that major arcana, which is like a Taurus vibe. And if you pick up a lot of messages and similarities there, you're like, well, hold on a minute then, if I'm part of Steve's Patron and I'm a Sagittarius, I can also watch Taurus and see if there's any messages that come up there. And that's going to relate to like your work life. or your parent, or your sibling, or your argumentative energy that's bipolar as shit, which means paranoia. So where is that relating with a house of a number that comes up as my work life? Oh, actually, I watched that number and it really did relate a lot of things that were going on around my daughter, or my son, or my work, or my job. It's just me, how I read numerology, but it's also relating to placements of house. Okay, but it's just a way I figured it out. So if you just met this channel, probably really confuse you for a start, okay? But because it's more advanced sort of stuff, but don't worry about that. But I'm hearing that y'all must be crazy if y'all think, oh, I'm paying that. Like, why would I pay that? But like, well, if you ain't going to pay for it, I'm going to pay for it. Like, if you don't want it, I'm going to jump on it real quick. So I don't know what this is, but like, I'll jump on that like really quickly. But also someone here that's jumping to a lot of conclusions, because I am hearing a slight energy of paranoia here because the Seven of Cups. And like I'm impulse buying, like I'm buying things, or I'm buying into things like impulsively. Well, I think that came up for a few of my monthlies, where there's a lot of buying and selling, but energy of like also impulse buying. Like, okay, I really want to buy something and I really want it and I'm just going to buy it and just get it and I want it. And then when you've got it, you're like, man, really? I've got to learn how to do that? Right, well, the trouble is when you're music or anything like that, yeah, it takes a long time to learn. So it's kind of like this, no, I want to jump on this gravy train of being a tarot reader, but I have no idea how to do it. And I've seen all these people being extremely successful and I want to start off from ground zero. But I don't realise how fucking difficult that really is. Right? So it's kind of like, well, I'll jump on that if you're not. Or like this energy of like, I'll buy it. What is this? Hold on a minute, Sagittarius. I'll buy it if you don't. Or I'll do it if you will. Like this daring energy. Or Aaron, Darnell, Danielle, okay, Dana White. Something to do with okay. Dana White, UFC. That's normally where I pick up energies of self-poor fighting stances. So you're looking at north and south energies. So north and south is going to be your opposition. I ain't going to go into this again, man, because I've expressed this so many times. I've got so many readings to do. But that was going to be your opposition there. Everybody's got opposition. So it's kind of like this, like opposing something and then proposing it. I'm proposing an offer. Will it be accepted? I've got a proposal. It might even be someone that's getting married that you know of here, right? But like, I'm going to propose something to you and see what you think, because it's like it's being offered to a person. But it depends on what it is that they have to pay or in return of. Because it feels like I've got a proposal, I've kind of got an idea of what I want, I know what I'm shopping for, I know what I'm looking for, okay, and I propose this as a plan for you to do, okay. So it can be like education board directors, like, because they keep saying, I've got an idea and I've got a plan and I'm going to propose it to you and see what you think. But that's also like planning permission or building and stuff of like this person that could come around and say, look, we've got all this set out for you. Like, you don't really have to do anything. We're just going to basically do all of this for you. That was what I had come up. I actually passed up on it, to be honest, because there was a company that wanted me to pay a load of money and I still had to do all of the work around teaching, okay, but on a different platform, basically. But they wanted me to put in all of the time and all of the effort of the video, and they were basically just going to get me, I mean, it may or may or not work, but I'm not really like that, but they basically wanted me to put in all of the work of these education videos of teaching and stuff like that, and then put all of my money and all of my eggs in one basket to get them to do all of the promotion, okay? But I was going to have to pay a company that I didn't know from Adam. So this might be Adam and Eve, something to do around Gemini or Eve or Deve or Devi or Stevie or stuff like that. So I was proposed a while ago, but I turned it down because I was going to have to put in a lot of money for someone to like put out my own videos basically, but kind of like tell me how to do it. So I gave that up because I don't know the people, even though they're saying that they're creditable and everything else. But something like that, like a creditable company, and we are a company, blah, 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 and we can do all of this for you and set it all out for you and do all of the work for you. All you've got to basically do is just work. But if that is something like what I did, I passed that opportunity up because that was going to require me to invest into that. That wasn't going to build up this channel. It was nothing to do with you two. It was me invest all my money, all of my education, all of my knowledge and everything, put all of my eggs into one basket to see pretty much what come out in the end. So it's kind of like that feeling for a lot of you Sagittarius that you have. Because I'm picking up, look, we've got this plan for you, blah, 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 so on and so forth. I'm going to offer it to you and see what you think. Now, that might be working with somebody. It might be working with someone, okay? Because I'm picking up like a lot of working vibes around you, like we're going to propose this to you and see what you think. Like counsellors or someone, or a teacher or a counsellor, or a director of like children and all this kind of thing. Like someone that's kind of like, look, I'm going to propose this as an offer, and we've scheduled everything for you. I'm going to tell you pretty much everything that the best way is, and we're going to propose it and see what you think. Because it's kind of like working on the relationship or working on something, okay? So it's people that go in. So like I said, it could be you as a company, or you do this. You go in and you say to people, look, you know, we can do all of this and we can fix your life for you, right? Or we can basically sort out all of your debt, for instance. It might be people that are in like absolute financial debt, and it's saying, look, we can like sort out your debt for you by you. This is like a buying and selling plan, like a payment plan or something like that, or people that work on a not a 12-hour shift, but according to like a flexi contract, or like people that organise people's lives and money. Like you can put all of your eggs in one basket and just pay off one large debt instead of paying off loads of different things. We'll basically buy the debt off you, and then you can pay one person all of your debt, like kind of thing, right? So yeah, I'm picking up that kind of thing of having to make a choice of whether to put all of your eggs in one basket and bank on one person. Okay. Bank. I'm also picking up bank. Okay, so that is what we call that in UK. Bank on one person. In the UK, we call it bank. That is like a 12-hour shift, which means that you get people on flexi contracts and people that are actually on contracts. Bank is normally meaning where they're banking on the fact that you'll go into work if they ring you up, basically. So if I'm on bank, that means that I'm on call. So I am a person that goes home, and then as soon as I get home and walk through the door, do I get a phone from work to say, can you come into work? Because we're banking on you that you can cover a 2 or 3 hour shift of someone that's just had some time off work. So it's coming across as some of the messages that came up through other readings that were to do with around this manager, and I think it was Libra reading, and it could well be that. And it's around that we're managing something, and this new manager is now being called in order to try and sort this out. This could be this person. They could be, if you're relating to this story, to the Libra board of directors and someone that's doing this. It might be the fact that they have a Sagittarius or a Taurus placement that comes in, and it's involving a paradox of other people that have the same placement. Because the story is kind of coming through in yours, which is like this. In another reading, it was to do with where someone was like sacked and left work, job, all that sort of stuff, fucked it right up. Or someone that did a job for someone, fucked it right up, and then they went to another person to ask if they could do it. Okay. So that's people that float around different tarot readers as well. But like, okay, this manager came in, messed the job up completely, messed up the rota, messed up every fucking thing, left it in a complete and utter state. You might have a cleaner here, and someone that cleans as well, someone that comes in to like clean everything because it's all left in a complete array and a state, right? So you clean people's houses and so on and so forth. But I'm also picking up like a business that was left in like fuck hell, we're going to sort this business out now. Like this manager has fucked all the books up, they've like messed all the rota up, blah blah blah, so on and so forth. And because they've messed it all up, now this new person arrives in where you work, and they eventually start to sort out all these clients and all these people to say, okay, you work there, you work there, you work at this day, you work at that time, blah blah blah. Okay, who do I have that is on bank? Who is it that I have that is on contract? Flexi contract, flexi blah blah blah. Because whatever it is, I'm picking up like, y'all must be crazy, that's really expensive, all that sort of stuff. But through that message, I'm picking up where it is like a manager that comes in to try and sort out what the fuck has just happened with this person, right? So, okay, what has just happened with this person? It's a bit like well, because I'm picking up tag taglines or a Leo energy, right? But like taglines. So someone could be on tag. This could be like the police, okay? Because I'm hearing what's just happened with this person. We need to check up on them. Okay, so it's either like a hospital checkup, or it's where someone that pops in and checks on people. Because I'm picking up like a, I don't know, someone that like in the caring community or someone, and they go to house to house to house to house, or a cleaner, but someone that comes in to try and sort out like social services. There you go, social services. Because that could be the message of what I'm picking up is to do with like, man, what the fuck is going on with this dysfunctional family member? Or what is going on around your house? We can fix all this for you. Or like, what is going on around your relationship? You know, I'm a counsellor, so on and so forth, or a tarot reader or someone. But like, you know, what the fuck is going on here? You know, we need to send in the firm. So that would be like counsellors, solicitors, lawyers, blah, blah, blah. You really could be dealing with that Libra in reverse that came up in the Scorpio reading. Okay. So like, what is it that, so which would be a 4, which is / Aries, okay? But like, yeah, man, I can pick up that someone's going to start doing this. It's probably someone fucking copying me, I would say. Don't worry about it, okay? But like, here, I'm picking up like this, like we need to come in order to basically, sometimes I pick up on a future message for myself and I kind of like think, no, I'm just not paying fucking any attention to that. But like this slashed energy of like Axl Rose, something to do with music also maybe. But like, you know, we're going to come in from house to house in order to sort out your family, to sort out your business, to sort out your, somebody's got their nose right in where it doesn't belong also here. As I'm saying, they've got their nose stuck in other people's business. That's where you're going to come up again. Man, I could be here forever, Trevor. But like, that's probably a family member that's got their nose stuck right in business where it doesn't belong. That's what I'm saying. Don't try to find shit out that doesn't involve you. Right? When you try to do, you open up Pandora's box and you cause paranoia. So generally, you know, or Jen, Julia, Justin, Jasmine, but like, you know, don't open up Pandora's box. Don't put your nose where it isn't wanted. Don't try to find out shit that isn't really like involving you. Because I'm picking up like, no, I'm going to get involved. I'm going to get involved. Whatever it is, I'm trying to get involved. And like, man, see me, I'll be like, no, I don't want an involvement. You know, so I've got this strange energy here around, I don't know, Sagittarius, 5, Libra, Taurus. I don't really want to get involved. Yeah, I'm going to leave it at that, but that's your intergalactic channel messages. I could go on for a lot longer because there is quite a few more there. I think it is, like I said, it's to do with like working, business proposals, job offers, a manager coming in, trying to sort out an array of a fucking relationship, basically, or like getting like a mother or a grandmother or someone sticking their nose right in relationship things, or Stephen King, or like yeah. Oh, it stops. Okay. let's brain fart. Sagittarius, how are you? Sorry, did I just go straight into your actual channel messages? Okay. Someone's just going to go straight into something. Anyway, let's carry on. So, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, North Node. So, you and then your partner, what's going on in your life, what's going on in theirs. If you don't know what's going on in your own life, y'all must be fucking crazy. Right, but we compare to like Chris Cornell, my readings, really. Is your name's Chris, or Cornell, or Cornish, I don't know, Cornish, Roy Rogers, or Corner, or not Corner, someone from, so you got Pisces, and then you also got someone from Ireland. What's a not corner? What's a not corner? What's a not corner? It's not a corner, it's a Celtic cross. Kelly. Matthew Kelly or Kelly. Anyway, stop. Sagittarius, from the 1st until the 7th I nearly said this. Someone's going to run straight into someone or bump into something. You got a future prediction of something here. If anybody drinks, drives, or drives very erratically, or is very erratic, just be very careful. I don't know what that's for, but I slightly picked up a message there, but I don't really want to go into it. But like driving erratically, Okay. I'm also hearing sacredly, something to do with skin, and a skunk and Nancy. This person could be smoking skunk, smoking weed. Okay. So, like I said, if you know of a person and you're watching and they drink, drive, or like smoke weed and drive and God knows what else, just be very careful, okay, is all I'm going to say. Just be very careful. It doesn't have to be yourselves. It can be someone that you know, okay? But just be careful of like drinking and driving and like impatience. Like I'm very impatient. Impatiently. So you got impatience, outpatience as well. Something to do with, I'm very impatient at the moment. I've got a lot on. I'm just very generally busy. I've got this fuck knows if we're going away or not, where are we going, when we going, are we not? Okay, it might just be a plan that's being looked at the moment. Stan, Eminem, Emily, Emma, Melissa, Maria, Matilda, all the M's or the E's, or Steve, Steve. Okay, but yeah, like this plan of this trip that you may have coming up in the future. You're talking about it, but you haven't done it yet, right? You haven't done it. You're talking about it, but you're not done it, right? So the name Dunn, also Dunn or Putching, wherever she is in the background knocking off the old dislike comment bit there. Everybody, please make sure you hit the like, share, comment, subscribe. Thanks very much, Sagittarius. So let's see what's going on with Sagittarius for the first week of July. First week of July for Sagittarius. So 2 of Cups, the 2 of Cups, the 2, 2, 2, 2. What do we do with that number 2? Well, they don't know what they're fucking doing. This is a person that could well have lost their fucking mind through the Twin Flame saga. The actual dysfunctional family situation. A person that doesn't live here anymore. Because love don't live here anymore. 2 of Cups is not a loving energy. It's a batshit crazy energy. It is out of control. Doesn't have to be yourselves. It can be someone that is around your energy that you know. Like, Stephen, I know exactly who that knobhead is. Okay? So whatever y'all want to do, but this is out of control here because it's a dysfunctional 6. Split up, break up, dysfunctional family situation. My kids have left, my children are left. I'm having to see social services, they have to keep coming over and I don't want them over here. Or I don't even want to live here, I don't even want to be here, or they don't live here anymore, right? But it's more of a like, man, this situation is getting out of control now. Like, you know, I have to keep travelling backwards and forwards to come and see, alright, or Lucy, or like I am so metaphysically connected with someone that's batshit crazy. Why is that? Because all feminine energies that are on twin flame energies, you're the ones that are batshit crazy, and I tell you honestly, because I am a masculine reader and a masculine person that's been through all of this for 13 fucking years or more, okay? So I know by now that I don't give a shit. This is what I was saying about, like, the sphincter. Everybody has quite a few sphincters all over their body. I speak out of this one. How about anybody else? Okay? But like, it came up through the Libra reading, I think, right? Talking shit, talking smack, could be a person that is on drugs or alcohol or anything like that, or someone that just talks a lot of shit, like myself when I'm constantly talking, doing this. But like, I don't know, just talks it to a person. They talk a lot of smack, right? So, a person that could be dealing or drugs or anything like that could also be here somewhere here, because things are out of control in this person's life slightly. Doesn't have to be if they're not. But like, yeah, that's a dysfunctional family member. We're all going to go down to the generic bit. Jen, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jasmine. Jennifer. Jenny on the block, giving up the cock. Yo, tell it to the kids. Yo. But like, Jenny on the block, or sort of like the blockade, or Adrian. But like, I think that came up through the Scorpio reading, where it's cock blocking beats, the cock block. Okay, someone trying to block it and say, no, I don't want to know, I don't want to listen, I don't want to go, no, I don't want to go either, I don't want to know either, I can't stand them, do I like them or don't I, should I or should I not go, are we going to go, do you want to go, bruv, do you want to go, is what I'm hearing, what really, what you want to go, do you want to go then, do you want to, do you really want to, do you want to, how much do you want to go, someone that can like tease people, or please but tease them also. Like, how far are you willing to go? Some of you are actually planning on just travel. Like, you're like, Well, how far are you prepared to come? How far are you prepared to go? It depends on what the rest of your... You could be from Tesco, work at Tesco, or Mexico, or I don't know, somewhere like that. But like, yeah, like, like Mexico is what I'm hearing. Mexican, or I think you said that twice. Mexico. CC and Co. CC Music Factory. Anyway, bro code. Bro code. It's bro code, bruv. Don't tell them that I've been out. Oh, where you all been? This is a dirty stop out or so. Where have you been all this time? Out. Oh, have you? Where? I don't know. The sky. Oh. Skylar. Tyler. Where have you been all this time? Out. Where? No, I said out. Yeah, where? Fucking outside. Somebody probably has just got out. This came up in prisoner cell block H, or the name Henry, okay, or H. But I didn't actually come to the conclusion until the end of the reading, really. But yeah, there was the Four of Wands in the last reading I did, which was Scorpio. Prisoner cell block H. Someone's just got out. Someone's just got out of prison or out of jail or coming out. Okay, I'm coming out. I want the world to know. Or this could be a Henry. Henry pertain. What are you pertaining to? What are you pretending to do is what I'm hearing. Listen, number 2, what are you pretending to do? Nothing. Pull a rabbit out my arsehole. Or Abbott. Or Abby. There could be a paradox energy here. Like I said, I'm a life path 7. So I'm here in a Sagittarius reading. But I do know Sagittarius, so of course I am Tyrone. Like, fuck, you're only supposed to blow the bloody doors off, Derek. So, you've also got, fucking hell, that's not a fucking rifle, that's an anti-aircraft gun, Vincent. So the name Vin, or Vincent, or Seekins, Vincent Seekins. Vianessa, or Vince Vaughn. Fontaine. Pertain. What are you pertaining to, Henry? Henry. You're right, Henry. Henry. You're right, H. H. Oh, Haley. I'm also picking up the name Haley. Trouble is, I hope this person's not on H. Okay, so if this is H, right, H in Britain is also known as heroin, but they do call it H, right? So I'm also hearing Helen or H or something to do with drugs. Anyway, let's see. Us Cancerians all over the place, bro. They all love to float around with different sorts of shit, really. Don't you, Cancer? But like, someone that's out of control anyway, Sagittarius. Yeah, so this is also a general one of like, well, where would you like to go? I'll leave it in your capable hands, bruv, because I've got to work. So you let me know where you would like to go, and I'll see if I can afford it. Right? Something like that. Okay, something very easy, very pleasing, but you make your mind up when and where we can go, and then we'll make a plan for the future. But at the moment, we can't go because I've got to work. Okay, so when y'all got some time off, and I have, we'll make a plan to go. That's a generic one there for you. Very plain and simple. Cynthia, Simon, Sassy, Steve, Sarah. Show me the other person connected to Sagittarius. Show me the other person connected to Sagittarius. Boom! The batshit crazy broken record of the family members. Ember, Amber, Emily, Emma, Melissa, Maria, Matilda, Apple, Bum. But like, yeah, there's the 2. Told you, dysfunctional family member, no longer a 6. Pick up sticks. 6 in reverse. It's either one, a dysfunctional family member, someone that you got divorced from in the past but you had children with. Okay. Someone that is just about to try and consume the relationship back into the 6, because it's like I'm hearing like Zoom. What's that song, Zoom? But Yeah, soon. I'm hearing, well, soon. See you soon then. Someone that's very scatty also in the family, like, oh, hello, lovey. Oh, I'll see you soon then. You're like, yeah, right, bruv, yeah, just, how long's that piece of string? Like, yeah, see, yeah, bruv, yeah, I don't want to really see you that much, but yeah, there you are. Like that kind of thing. Like, oh, I'll see you soon then. Yeah, see you, Sue. The name's Sue. Susan, also. Susan, or desperately seeking Susan. Like, I'm desperate for an answer. So it's alright, just contact Steve. He'll let you know what's going on with your life, right, Susan? So, Susan, the Aquarian. So, yeah. Somebody's suing a company here. Suing company. Or Sulin. Sulin. Someone that's Chinese or something, but like Sulin. Sulin. Suing. I'm hearing suing. I'm going to sue you. Really? Yeah, I'm taking them to the cleaner, Tina. I'm going to sue this company. They didn't leave me anything that was good. It's kind of like you left this place fucked up, bruv. This is like when people go into houses and like, are we there yet? And you're like, no, we're not at the seaside yet. Are we going yet? No. It's like, can you do it yet? No, well, I'm going to have to fit you in if we're going to do work around the house. We can't have it done yet, but we'll make a plan of doing it. But these are also construction workers is what I'm picking up. This is a new one, Sagittarius or / Taurus. But like people that can go into the house, right, break in, right? Or, oh, there was it could be a break in there. But like, I don't know if it's to do with locks or something like that, or like new locks on your doors or something. Or like, Jim, you're right, doors. But like, someone could be smashing in some back doors there. But like, can we have a new door? Like, not yet, but this could be where people, you might want a new door. Back door or front door, I don't care. Or Jim Morrison, y'all want to resurrect that motherfucker from, you know what, Jim? But like, no, he wasn't. One of my favourite artists, actually. But Sagittarius, y'all know that? Jim Morrison was a Sagittarius. But like, people that come to the house in order to do it, but they can't finish the work. Which means, well, we're not finished the house yet, we're not built it. Okay, or we started the work, but we can't finish it yet, so you got workmen all around the house going, someone could really be chuffing on a member that I'm picking up. Or like, man, we all got to flush that. That's probably that person there, number 2. Man, I can't believe you put this fucking turd in there. Like, I mean, or someone's like really like chuffing on someone's member there. But like, yeah, y'all got 6 of Cups, dysfunctional family member, workmen around the house, things that need doing around the house, busy. Like everything seems to be breaking. This is a Norman Wisdom or a fucking, what's his name? Oh, Betty. Every time he touches something, he breaks it. Apart from your heart, right, ladies? Anyway, let's see. Show me the other person connected with Sagittarius, please. Ooh, poo, you got 2 cards, and I didn't mean to do it because I've got to get off the screen. I've got loads to do, Sagittarius. Mane Jane. That's what I'm saying. By the time we can afford it, by the time you read these lines, we'll have it done. Dear John. So, like, yeah, by the time you've got back, sweetheart, we'll have got that finished for you. Don't worry. So this is security. So this is a security officer, security blanket, making the house more secure, making it financially more like, okay, it'll be worth more in the end if we invest more in the house and the home. And we paint it, we have new doors, we have new windows, blah, blah, blah. All the workmen are here in order to fix it and do it here. Some people have probably been looking for quotes, and they realise that some are extremely expensive and some are very fair here. Okay? Because this is quote looking and quote buying. So whoever it is can be a paradox energy. But someone here has been looking for quotes or certain things that they want to do around the house, but looking to find the best provider. Internet provider, tarot card reader, but provider. Like, who's going to provide the most? Some of you have got options of people, and these could be new, and you're like, listen, who's got the most amount of money, Jano? But like, who's the best provider? Heidi. Also hearing Heidi. So I know a Heidi. She works at a not a travel agent, but a housing agency. Some of you are looking into a model agency. I'm just hearing that one, a model agency, or someone that's called Doll. Someone could be on the Doll. Could be Liam Gallagher. Could be Liam here. Liam Nielsen. Nelson. Now free Nelson Mandela. So someone really could be getting out of prison here somewhere. I don't know why I'm picking that vibe up. But free Nelson. Free Willie Nelson. Willie Nelson. Anybody like Willie Nelson? Willie Nelson. Willie Fogg. William. I'm also picking up William. Or Billiam. Billiam? Billiam William. Billiam William. Billiam. Belinda. I'm picking up also the name Belinda. Belinda. Anyway, that's just entertainment purposes. I'm going to go on with your reading so I can really look into some messages for you there. If you want to join, you can, but it only goes to the full access bundle. There is a video provided below that tells you exactly what it does on the tin. It all gets shoved all up into one thing, and it's called the full access bundle. Okay, if you want to join it, that is where you got your monthly and four lots of weeklies that come out also. And it really helps support the channel with any like, share, comment, subscription, also donation of super chat or joining Patreon. Really does help me do all of this kind of stuff because we're a very small channel. So whatever you can do to help really does help. It always goes a long way, just like Asda and Laura. So yeah, if you want to help, if you want to join Patreon, you get a shitload of stuff for your money. Like I said right at the beginning, it's all shoved right in, and you get all of those readings, and they're all on the full access bundle. Thank you so much, Sagittarius, for taking your time to listen to the messages for you. And let's see what you've got coming up for your week, and I'll see you next time.